Okay, it's Tuesday the 14th. We got a lot to talk about here. I want to straighten a few rumors that you've been hearing out there, kind of give you a better setup of what's going to happen, and debunk the idea that some people think that this cold is just make believe and a fantasy, and not dangerous at all, and that's very concerning. And before we get started, Thursday will be my 10-year anniversary of doing this thing on Facebook for y'all. So I'm going to do a live broadcast where you can join in the discussion, ask questions, anything you want to talk about. I'll tell you my one big memory over the last 10 years. We're doing the weather. And again, I have two Facebook pages because of the person hacking my site at one point. So it'll be in the comments above the video. One of them is 7 o'clock to 7:30, and the other one is going to be 7:30 to 8 o'clock. So that'll be clarified up above. That's this Thursday, and I appreciate if you join in, ask some questions, and make some comments. I'm going to mention them on air as you do. Now, this is tomorrow morning around 7 o'clock. And what the interesting reason I'm showing this in a wide map is if you look up here, this is up in upper New England, and temperatures up here, you can see the blues, which means like 12 degrees, 11 degrees, 9, 8, whatever, single digits. But look out here, southwestern Pennsylvania, single digits out here. And temperatures just south of Pennsylvania, 0 and below, which gives you a real field temperature. Um, Below zero out here. Now, considering what's going to be happening next week, this is nothing. But it should be noted that unusually it's clearer down here, and there's some snow squalls and stuff up here. But that's the reason this is in clear air down here, and temperatures can drop really quick. There's no wind, and so that'll do a lot to do it. But if you look to the east, you can see single digits, 10 degrees. Pretty cold morning tomorrow morning. Temperatures will warm up a little bit on Friday, but this is Thursday morning. And again, single digits and teens across the state. Real field temperatures, pretty cold out in the western part of the state. There is some wind off the lakes up here. So that's why the wind chill's a little bit more. But again, basically below zero single digits across Pennsylvania, Delaware, into Jersey. And some of the areas that stay a little bit warmer are still in the low teens. But just keep that in mind. Now, this is Thursday afternoon, and you can see that there are some snow squalls out there, and warmer air is going to try to move in. And as it does on Saturday, you can see there is snow moving across the state, some freezing rain, some plain rain moving across as warmer temperatures try to come in. You can still see here in the afternoon, this is around 2 o'clock, snow across central and western PA. Down here by Philadelphia, they have rain, Delaware rain, Jersey, some rain mixed in. This is not a big event, but again, northwestern PA can get that. The amount of snow we're talking about is quite minor with this event. But these are the snow squalls up here that are going on, and basically, if you were to break this down into a 24-hour snow, you can see that's kind of what goes on. So what comes east is not much. It's basically rain with a little bit of snow. Here's where it gets a little complicated. You got to look up here. Here's your Arctic front coming through with those cold temperatures. You look off the coast here, you can see the yellows where it's a little bit warmer. As this is going to come together, you can see that cold air coming down, and there it is right there. This is Sunday night, around 11 o'clock at night. These are your real field temperatures out here. 2 degrees out here by Bradford. Temperatures are dropping down here towards Philadelphia, Jersey, and Delaware. And you'll have a storm that's going to come off the coast up here and come up. Now, it's not a big storm, but with this Arctic front coming through and the moisture trying to come up off the ocean here, this is around 5 o'clock in the morning on Monday. And what it's showing, here's the complication. Here's your cold Arctic front coming through, and it has some snow, picks it up off the lakes. And then you have that low pressure system that runs up along it. Now, right now, it's not this big snowstorm that everybody's talking about. Um, it's just a 1 to 2, maybe 3 inch type snowfall. but it does encompass Jersey, Delaware, and southeastern PA, and even up here in the Poconos. You know how it overachieves to the north. There could be an inch or so up there. But right now, that's all that's showing on the Sunday night into Monday storm. And then as that goes by, it clears out. And part of the problem with that storm is the Arctic front is going to push, and it might keep that storm south, and that's why we don't get that big snowstorm everybody's talking about. But just hang in there. We got one more thing to talk about here, but let's get into the cold. This is Monday morning. We have some below zero temperatures in north central PA, and basically a lot of single digits across the state, which leads you to the apparent temperature where it's pretty cold. These are all minus skin feel temperatures, except Philly and South Jersey and Delaware, where it's like 1, 2, 3 degrees on your skin. So, and North Jersey, it's -10. Poconos, it's in the teens, minus teens. And out this way, it's again -9, -12, -13. So your skin temperature out here, you need to be covered because that's what it's going to feel against your skin. Now let's go back to this map and let's move this ahead. Let's move this just a little bit ahead here. Here's the morning of Tuesday. Oh, that's right here. Morning of Tuesday. Here's the real temperatures on Tuesday. Not the wind chill, but real. All single digits in Delaware, Jersey, South PA, and minus zeros, basically from Berks County on north, maybe around zero by Harrisburg, but -12, -13, Pittsburgh -11. That's pretty cold. And how that's going to feel on your skin when you factor in everything else. Look at this, -28, -29. I mean, cold. Pocono, -22. The valleys minus in the minus teens wind chill factor, all the way down here to the suburbs of Philly, -8, 0, -10, -14 in Reading, -12 Harrisburg, North Jersey, -12. Now look at here's Atlantic City, -7. Okay, everybody's cold. Everybody's feeling below freezing temperatures on their skin. So that's Tuesday morning. Now, this is Wednesday morning. Again, this is real field temperature, not the wind chill. It's the temperature on the bulb in your thermometer. Out by Pittsburgh, -14, -15. Up in the Poconos, -5, -3 in Reading, -1 Allentown. Here, Philadelphia, 4. South Jersey, 3, 4, 7 down here in Delaware. Quite cold. What does that feel like when you factor in the wind and everything? -30, -27, Poconos, -22. The Valley Cities up here, -15 to -20. Down here in Reading, -13, -14. This is what it feels like. You need to dress warm. You need to make sure your car is set up in case it breaks down. So you're not stuck in this freezing temperatures and it gets dangerous. Also keep in mind you should have your propane or whatever else you use, firewood, ready for these kind of temperatures because that's what you got to deal with. And again, this is the air temperature on Wednesday and this is the real field temperature on Wednesday. Yeah, I just wanted to show you that the coldest daytime temperature next week will be Tuesday. And these are this is the temperature on Tuesday, still in the minus degrees through this whole area. So it never gets above zero in these areas from Monday night all the way through Tuesday night into Wednesday. And where it does get above, it's like 1 out here in Pittsburgh. The Poconos, you're high on Tuesday, 5. In the Valley Cities, maybe 7, 8, 9 degrees. Here, high temperature, Reading 9, Allentown 10, Philly 13, down here towards Dover 14, Jersey temperatures in the teens, and that's your high temperature. How it'll feel against your skin on that day. This is during the afternoon. This is 2 o'clock. Look at this, minus teens to single digits all the way to the Jersey Shore. So again, I can't warn you enough that this cold is real that's coming. Now, where's the big snowstorm? Okay, for the snowstorm that's coming. Now, again, remember, it always overachieves to the north. So just because I'm going to show you this, trust me, this moves further north. And what this is going to be, there's a storm that's going to run up along that Arctic front that bringing all this cold air in, and therefore there's where it gets its power. Now, here's Wednesday afternoon. Now, here is Wednesday evening around 8 o'clock, and you can still see it down here on the Mason-Dixon line, just getting itself started. Down by D.C., it's already snowing, Baltimore, and we move this ahead. This is around 2 o'clock in the morning, Thursday morning, Wednesday night, Thursday morning. And you can see it's already accumulated 3 inches in Reading, 3.5 inches in Reading, 2.5 in Allentown. Here's Philly at 2.5. Delaware, almost 9, 10 inches. South Jersey, you're in that 7, 8 inch range. And then you can see it moves up. And then it's over with on Thursday. Now, this is what it's calling for right now. But you see how it comes all the way up here? Um, it's not that sharp of a cutoff. I mean, you're all the way up here towards Scranton, and you got 2.5 inches, and then you go all the way down here towards Reading, and it's 5.5 inches. That's not a sharp cutoff. So I think right now that you can take this blue line and move it up, and all these other blue lines and move them up, and I think that's what you're going to get. And again, this is Wednesday night into Thursday of next week is when you have your chance for a coastal storm. And if you're wondering what the future lies into February, just because it's going to get a little bit warmer, that makes the air be able to hold more moisture, and then that allows for storms to come by and create their own cold air and just bring it down low enough. And that's how you get your big snowstorms. That's why in March we get these big storms, because you got warm air and the cold air fighting against each other, and it's got the air can hold more moisture, and you get these huge snowstorms. So just because February in the beginning warms up a little bit doesn't mean it can't snow. So there's your rundown. It took a little longer today, but I had too many comments and too many people sending me stuff saying there was no cold air, that it was a pipe dream, and that there wasn't going to snow and stuff. So I hopefully this answered all your questions. Now this is pivotal weather showing we're a low pressure system, and boys, it's right in the right sweet spot down here by South Carolina and Georgia. This is early in the day on the 22nd. And this is from Pivotal Weather, anyway, on the internet, which has this map out. And this is as it's moving up, and you can see it's right along the coast. And then as it moves up further, there you go. There's your nor'easter. And that's why I think this is going to come a lot further north than it shows on here. So keep that in mind. All right. Just in case you forget, I will update this tomorrow, but remember Thursday night, 7 o'clock, and one web page, Facebook page, and 7:30 on the other page. Just look at the comments above. You'll know which time pertains to you. All right, everybody, take care.